Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine. Okay, students, I am also fine. Good. Okay, today I am going to teach you the commerce lessons what I have not taught you till now. Okay, because we have some around 5 lessons to be taught, and sometimes the lockdown may continue. Okay, so I will first complete this portion, then we will start the revision. Okay, very less portion for the first revision test already. We have learnt around 90%. Most of you have learnt thoroughly. So I am going to teach you. Okay, this will be useful for your higher studies. Okay, if you learn something. Okay, so I will continue with the lesson. So the 23rd lesson, elements of entrepreneurship. This meaning of this entrepreneurship already we have learned in the class itself, isn't it? Entrepreneur, one who starts a business. And if a person starts business, he himself is getting job opportunities, isn't it? And at the same time, he is providing job for others also, isn't it? And we can say he is establishing a business. A person who establishes a business is called an entrepreneur, isn't it? And we know he is generating business, and he is providing business opportunities for others also. Okay, and here we know the four factors of production, isn't it? What are the four factors of production? Land, labor, capital, and organization. This organization only is called the entrepreneurship, because he is the one organizes this land, labor, and capital. That is the factors of production. Among the factors of production is called organization. That is called the entrepreneurship. Okay, we know to start a business, a person needs first of all a place where to start a business, and the people whom should be appointed. Either it may be the lower level workers or the skilled laborers, unskilled laborers, then the supervisors, managers, directors. Okay, all these will come under the heading labor. Then the capital. Capital means the money that they need. Money that they need to start a business. Okay, and for running the business they need money. All these will come under the heading capital. And the person one who organizes these three is called organizer, or the entrepreneur. Okay, so first of all we will learn how this term entrepreneurship has come into existence, emerged. Okay, first this word entrepreneurship has come into this world from the French word. Okay, the French word that is used for the person one who organizes a music program. The person one who organizes a music program is called as the entrepreneur. Okay, so that is the first the word that is used for is used in the world. Okay, then in the 16th century it is used again for the military purposes. People one who has organizes the military activities. Okay, for those people it was used. Then in the 17th century, the construction work and fortification work. Fortification means they build forts. Okay, George Fort, St. George Fort we call in Chennai, isn't it? So that one, a building and fort together. So those people, the civil engineering, in engineering field they have used this word entrepreneurship. Then in the 18th century, it was used in economics. Okay, in the economics also they have used this word. From there onwards, it has been used. Okay, in many views, it has been used. Now we use it is for the person one who starts a business also. Okay, now we will learn how these entrepreneurs are called. Okay, we can classify them. Okay, we can classify the entrepreneurs as a risk bearer. First, he is a risk bearer. We know what is a risk, isn't it? Many what is the meaning risk? We say any loss or the unknown, that unexpected loss in the business, that we can say, we can call them as risk, isn't it? So here the person Richard Cantillon, he is saying this one, the entrepreneur is a risk bearer. Richard Cantillon. Okay, he is an Irishman, Ireland. He says entrepreneur is a risk bearer. We know when a person starts a business, he does not know anything what is happening in future, isn't it? So many risks may arise. In what are the ways it may come? He has to organize everything, isn't it? Land, labor, capital, then everything he has to organize, and he is going to produce a new product. Okay, this new product, he does not know how much he has to charge as price. Okay, if the price is too high, sometimes the people may not buy, then he cannot sell the product. Okay, so there are many risks, and if the price is very less, they may think that product is not quality enough, so they may not purchase the product. So we can say this entrepreneur is a risk bearer because he has to bear a lot of risk that arise in the business activity. Okay, so we can tell him he is a risk bearer. Okay, the second one, he is an organizer. That is the other name for entrepreneur, isn't it? He is the organizer. We know that he is the one who organizes what? All the four factors of production. Everything he has to organize, isn't it? And he has to start a business also. What is the product, what he is going to produce, and where to sell the product. Okay, and he has to supervise all the activities. Okay, he has to supervise all the activities. Any risk that arises in future, he has to face, he has to confront all the challenges, isn't it? He has to face all the challenges that arise in future. Or he is having many anxieties, whether it will be sold, his product will be sold in the market, whether he can capture the market, worldwide market or nationwide market. Okay, so all these are his anxieties. So he has to organize the whole things. Okay, his product, then the place where then he has to supervise all the activities what is happening. Okay, so we can say the entrepreneur is an organizer. Then third one, entrepreneur as an innovator. Okay, entrepreneur is an innovator. Sure, he is innovating. Innovating means a new thing, isn't it? Already we have studied new idea will be promoted in his mind, isn't it? So everything, something newly he is going to start. Either it may be an entirely new product. Okay, or maybe the method of production, techniques of production may be new, or new market he may explore, isn't it? Or the materials, the supply of materials, he may found the new source. Okay, so all these will be new. Okay, anything, at least many things he will do new. So we can call him the entrepreneur as a innovator. Okay. Now let us learn that next heading, characteristics of an entrepreneur. Characteristics of an entrepreneur, or we can say the features of entrepreneur. Okay, the characteristics of an entrepreneur. What is it? First one, the spirit of enterprise. Good spirit, isn't it? With good spirit he has to work. Everybody starts a business with high spirit only, isn't it? So what he must have the boldness. He has to start a business and he has to run it successfully, and the goal should be achieved, or the aim must be achieved. That should be his main motive. Okay, so with a good high spirit he starts a business, and he should not get discouraged. Okay, he should not get discouraged by any type of risk, or any frustration, we can say, or any loss. Okay, or sometime made some people will discourage him. Okay, if you start a business you cannot win, they will discourage you. So with that discouragement, he himself should not get discouraged. Okay, and with a good spirit, for the same spirit he has started the business, he has to continue, and he has to prove that he has succeeded. Okay, so the spirit of enterprise should be there in an entrepreneur. Okay, the second one, self-confidence. It is related to spirit, isn't it? First of all, he should have self-confidence that he will achieve the goal. He will win. Okay. Okay, that type of self-confidence must be within him. Okay, so there will be many discouragements, then inconveniences, or they will disappointment. Okay, through some people. Okay, all these must be faced, must be overcome. Okay, he has to overcome all these frustrations, then discouragements. Okay, disappointments, everything must be overcome. That self-confidence he should have, that he will win. Okay, that self-confidence should be there within an entrepreneur. Then the third point is flexibility. We know the meaning, flexible, not rigid, isn't it? So he must be flexible. Okay, he must not be rigid in taking some decisions. Okay, he due to some that inconveniences, he has to take some decision. He has to analyze the situation clearly, logically. He should analyze, because everyone is living in a changing environment. Always what he thinks, what he has thought, with some ideas he may start, but once the time comes, it will not, he may not be able to perform well because of this changing environment. Okay, environment always changes, isn't it? So because of that changing environment, he has to take some firm decisions, and he has to follow, and he should not think, okay, I'll be so rigid, what I think only will do. So as per the changing environment, he has the capacity to implement some decisions, some changes that is needed should be implemented. Okay, so he must be flexible. Then innovation. Without innovation, there is no entrepreneur, isn't it? So he has to innovate, okay, not having with the same old principles, no. Okay, he has to implement maybe a new product, okay, or techniques or new methods of production, or if he is producing the same product but with some new features. He may add some more features for that existing product. Okay, so or he can capture the new market, okay, maybe from nationwide to worldwide market he can invent. Okay, so that type of many innovations must be there within an organizer or an entrepreneur. Okay, then the resource mobilization. Mobilization of resources. Here we know we have two types of assets we have studied already: tangible and intangible. Tangible resources and intangible resources. These tangible resources we can see, maybe the laborers, okay, or the machineries, materials, everything will come under the laborers. Then intangible resources, that the work of the people, isn't it? Laborers usually will come under here only, okay, the work. Then how to motivate them, how to get more work from the workers, okay. Then any that increment or some kind non monetary motivation or monetary motivation, okay, all these things will be coming under intangible resources. So if entrepreneur works, what he has to do, he has to bring together these two, okay, the tangible and intangible resources. He has to put together in order to um, produce a product successfully, or in order to achieve his goal. Okay, so resource mobilization is also very essential feature. Then hard work, that without saying itself we will know, isn't it? Without hard work anyone cannot succeed, isn't it? So that work means strenuous effort. Okay, strenuous means very hard work. Okay, Herculean task we say, no, that is strenuous work. And in order to achieve his goal, he has to face the uncertainty, and courageously he has to face many that inconveniences, that disappointments may be there, but he has to face them with his hard work, that he can succeed among all the inconveniences. So if he work hard towards his goal, he can achieve. Okay, the hard work must be there. Then the leadership qualities, because he is the organizer, he has to organize the other laborers. Then that resource mobilization we studied, the tangible resources, intangible resources, okay, everything must be led towards achieving the goal. Okay, and he has to lead others, isn't it? All the laborers, everything he has to lead. The leader must be example, a personal example. If he does not work hard and if he wants to lead, then others will not work, isn't it? Unless the entrepreneur does not work, who will work? So in order to the leader, we know the leader will walk in front, the others, the followers we say, isn't it? So if he asks others to follow him, he must be a good leader. So what he says, he must work. Okay, saying one thing and doing another thing also should not be there. So he must have all the leadership qualities. Foresight. Foresight, we know what is going to happen in future must be seen previously by an entrepreneur. Okay, so what will be the taste of the consumers after 5 years, what after 2 years, after 1 year, or what are the any technological developments will happen in the market. So all these must be seen by the entrepreneur. Then analytical ability. Analyzing. Okay, if anything happens, he has to analyze the situation. Okay, or if he has to take some decisions, he has to analyze the situation very carefully, and logical thinking should be there. Okay, then what is the reason, and he has to analyze with many things, and only then he has to take the decision. Okay, so before analyzing anything, hasty decision should not be there. Okay, no hasty decision, or as per if he is in an emotional situation, if we take some decision, that will be wrong, isn't it? That we used to say, no, when we get angry, we may not take any decision. Okay, that will be a hasty decision. But if we sit quietly and think and analyze the matter, and afterwards if we take a decision, it will be well and good. So that analytical ability must be there in an entrepreneur. That means he has to analyze the situation with some reasons, and he has to analyze what are the merits, what are the demerits, and he has to take a decision. Okay, hasty decision is not allowed. Then the last point is decision making. For each and everything he has to decide, isn't it? Decision making. Decision making, what is the product, where he has to build the he has to build the building, that plant, that means the factory site, where he has to build the head office. Okay, office where it must be, then the how many people should be appointed, then everything must be decided by an entrepreneur. So he should have the ability to take timely decision and correct decision. Okay, as per many activities, many functions of his many activities. Okay, so he has to take the prompt action and correct action. Okay, the necessary decisions should be taken. Okay, I hope you might have understood these characteristics. Okay, these characteristics you have to study only the first two for the very short answer, and all the 10 available you can study at least 5 or 6 for the long answer. Okay students, thank you very much.